You fed them and they've been in the bath and they've seen all of those things. You are completely exhausted. Well, I am anyway, if I'm being very honest. And
Kat DEELEY, one of the most familiar and respected faces on British television, has found herself once again at the center of public attention, not because of a show, a new role, or a career milestone, but because of a remark that seemed lighthearted on the surface yet has left viewers wondering what it truly meant. The 49-year-old This Morning presenter, who has spent more than 2 decades charming audiences with her wit, warmth, and professionalism, recently offered what many now believe was an unexpected window into her relationship with her former husband, Patrick Keilty. The two, who had long been admired as one of television's most enduring and balanced couples, announced their separation earlier this year after 13 years of marriage.
Kat DEELEY and Patrick Keilty have revealed they are splitting after 13 years together. The couple, who wed in 2012, announced they had called it quits today. They said in a joint statement.
Yet, it's her simple, almost casual remark during a television interview that has reignited speculation about what might have been happening behind closed doors long before the announcement. It was during a guest appearance on the American morning show Live with Kelly and Mark that the conversation took a turn few anticipated.
Okay. No, you see, there was question at the time of whether my husband would do it, because he's a stand-up comedian and he's also a host too.
Kat was there, as always, composed, radiant, and ready to talk about her ongoing projects and her long journey in the entertainment industry. But when co-host Kelly Ripa steered the conversation toward her husband, at the time, still very much part of her public life, something changed in Kat's demeanor. Kelly asked whether she would ever consider co-hosting a show like This Morning with Patrick Keilty, given that both were experienced presenters.
There was question at the time of whether my husband would do it, because he's a stand-up comedian and he's also a host too. Yeah. So everybody was saying, oh, is he going to do it with you as well? I was like, no, thank you.
You should try it, though.
It was the kind of question that usually prompts a laugh, a shrug, or a quick joke. Instead, Kat responded with a touch of unmistakable honesty. There was a question at the time as to whether my husband would do it, she said. Because he's a stand-up comedian and he's also a host too.
No, thank you.
You should try it, though. I gotta
Does
tell
it work?
You,
have him
it's
fill
really
in. Have him fill
pleasant.
in when Ben gets sick.
It's surprisingly pleasant.
Yeah.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
But what happens if you have a row at home? What happens
it's
when
amazing television.
Yeah.
Is it?
I mean, it is like ratings guaranteed.
War of the Roses, live on TV.
But interesting enough, it cuts down on the rows at home.
It does. It's true. It's true.
So everybody was saying, oh, is he going to do it with you as well? And I was like, no thank you. The audience laughed, perhaps taking it as playful banter, but her tone carried something deeper, the kind of edge that people now interpret as a glimpse into private frustrations. Kelly tried to keep the tone light, joking that working with a partner can sometimes be surprisingly pleasant.
You should try it, though. I gotta
Does
tell
it work?
You,
Have him
it's
fill in.
really
Have him fill
pleasant.
in when Ben gets.
But Kat's comeback was sharp and immediate. What happens if you have a row at home, she said, leaning back with that familiar half-smile, but with words that lingered in the air long after. At the time, few thought much of it. It was just a brief exchange, a funny little moment between TV hosts. But fast forward to today, in the wake of their separation, that short exchange feels different. Fans who have followed their story from the beginning are now rewatching that interview, hearing something in her voice that wasn't obvious before, maybe exhaustion, maybe frustration, maybe a quiet truth slipping through the polished mask of television composure. It wasn't a scandalous outburst, it wasn't a public jab, it was subtle, but meaningful. To understand why this mom